Hi, Joe from Joe's Firearm Safety here. Today's video, we're going to be looking at one of the handguns that you'll be using in the Canadian Restricted Firearm Safety course. This firearm is a single action semi-automatic firearm. Now whenever we pick up any firearm for any reason, the very first thing we want to do is our action approved procedure. Pointing it in our safe direction, we're going to remove the ammunition. To remove the ammunition from this firearm, the magazine release button is just right there, just slightly behind the trigger. It's designed to be operated with your thumb. So if I push on that with my thumb, the magazine will drop out the bottom. Next, we want to cycle the action open. When we cycle the action open, we'll grip it from the rear of the firearm. We don't want to grip it from the front of the firearm because that brings our hand too close to the muzzle, as well as if we were just using this firearm, the front could be very, very hot. So we'll grip it from the rear of the firearm to cycle it open. When we cycle it open, the cartridge, if there was one in the chamber, should come out the side. Next, we want to lock the action open. There's a slide lock on the side of the firearm right here. Again, it's operated with our thumb. We slide it all the way to the rear, push that slide lock up, and it locks the action open. Once this is completed, we can easily observe our chamber. The chamber is just the very beginning of the barrel. You can see it right there. Next, we'll verify the feeding path, which is down into the open action, to ensure that there's no ammunition left in the firearm. And lastly, we want to examine the bore. We can do the bore examination with either a visual check or a cleaning rod with a tight-fitting patch. Comes out the open action, and you know that the firearm is now proven safe. To load this firearm, we need to know what type of ammunition it uses. There's a data stamp on the slide right here. It says 7.62 by 25. So I'll find my ammunition. The head stamps on these cartridges are very, very tiny. They might not show up on the camera, but they are both 7.62 by 25. And we're going to load them into the magazine. They go in the magazine this way. We'll push the first one down and back. Next one will go in right on top of it. It's usually easier to help with your other thumb, down and back, just like that. With the action still open on your semi-automatic firearm, you're going to insert the magazine, make sure it's in there all the way. Now to release the action or to close the action, you can either take your thumb and push down on the slide lock, or grip the firearm from the back, pull it to the rear, and release. Either way that you do this, you want to let the action snap forward. There's now a cartridge in the chamber. The safety device on this firearm is this exposed hammer here, and it's called the hammer in the half-cock position. In order to engage the safety device, we actually have to hold this hammer down manually and squeeze the trigger, let the hammer go forward slowly under control, release the trigger, bringing your finger outside the trigger guard again, let it go forward, and it will stop in what's called the half-cock position. This is the loading procedure for this particular firearm. To unload this firearm, we'd simply do our approved procedure again. Point the firearm in our safest available direction, remove the ammunition, magazine first. When we go to cycle the action open, you're going to notice the action is locked. This safety device not only prohibits the trigger from being pulled, it also locks the action closed. So in order to open the action, you have to manually pull that hammer back first. When we cycle the action open now, the cartridge will pop out the side. The safest and easiest way to do this in class is to usually cant the firearm to the side, hold it right over top of the table, and let that cartridge fall out right on the table. You can then lock the action open, observe the chamber, verify the feed path, and examine the bore either visually or with a cleaning rod. The firearm is unloaded and proven safe.